Hello everyone, welcome to Desktop Central training program. Before I move on, I want to ensure everyone can hear my voice and view the presentation. Please confirm the same by commenting on chat window. Thank you for the confirmation. Here is our training schedule. We have two different sessions, 6:30 a.m. GMT and 11:30 a.m. EDT. To cover customers around the world. And we are at week 7, integration with ServiceDesk Plus product, which is the module that we are going to discuss today. And if you want to download the previous session's videos, you can refer the below web link, where you can find out all the training videos that you can download and refer. Let me introduce myself. I'm Saranraj Kumar. I work as a technical consultant with ManageEngine. I've been associated with ManageEngine for about 6 years. I do implementation and training for Desktop Central, MDM, and OS Deployer products. At week 7, we gathered to discuss about ServiceDesk Plus and Desktop Central product integration. What are the benefits of the integration? Let's see our agenda. So we'll have a quick architectural discussion and how to set up the integration between Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus product, and how to troubleshoot an issue which is raised regarding audio from the ServiceDesk Plus product with the help of Desktop Central. How to initiate a software deployment from ServiceDesk Plus request using Desktop Central's software deployment feature, and software deployment based on approval using self-service portal of Desktop Central. Keeping an updated information of software, hardware from all the client machines of desktop managed computers, and how to handle some quick scenarios using Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus together. In between, if you have any questions, please raise it via chat session. We have expert panel who can answer your questions immediately. However, at the end of the session, we will have a quick discussion on the frequently asked questions with regards to integration. Supported operating system. The product supports both Windows and Mac environment, all flavors of Windows and Mac OS. What are the features integrated between Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus product? Asset data. The agent collects all the inventory information from the client computers, which would be posted to Desktop Central server, such as warranty info, OS key, software license key from all the client machines, including hardware and software asset details. Everything will be posted to Desktop Central server. The Desktop Central server, in turn, update ServiceDesk Plus CMDB, so we can see all the asset information within ServiceDesk Plus product. An installation and uninstallation of software. Desktop Central has a functionality of software deployment. After the integration, we can initiate software deployment task within ServiceDesk Plus product from the service request from any technician, any end users. Advanced remote control. From ServiceDesk Plus product, we can initiate remote session using Desktop Central agent and raising help desk request from agent tray icon. So we have a functionality that will help you to raise a request within the Desktop Central agent client machines using the tray icon. Also, whenever there is a change on the client machines, the agent will immediately fetch the software changes, hardware changes. That will be generated as an alert within Desktop Central server, which will be posted to ServiceDesk Plus product as service request that you can assign to the technicians to handle. Let's have a quick overview in the product integration architecture. The architecture focuses on two important aspects. One is data communication between these two products. When I say data, I talk about assets information from all the client machines. The clients have Desktop Central agent installed, which has the intelligence to fetch inventory information from all the client machines, such as software and hardware information, OS key, license key information, warranty information, which will be posted to Desktop Central server. And the Desktop Central server will update ServiceDesk Plus database. Second aspect is actions performed from ServiceDesk Plus product. When I get a request in terms of software installation or any other troubleshooting, I may want to initiate the software deployment task within ServiceDesk Plus server from the service request. Likewise, I may want to initiate a remote session from ServiceDesk Plus product. Also, I can initiate chat with the end users. So all these actions can be performed within ServiceDesk Plus server, which is actually going to happen through Desktop Central agent. So the ServiceDesk Plus server will send a command to Desktop Central server, and the server will in turn carry out the functions using Desktop Central agent and report back to the server. So this is the architecture between these two products integration. We have seen how to integrate Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus. We have seen the architectural diagram of Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus integration. And let's see how this can be customized. There are two steps involved typically. The first one is creating API key in both Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus product. The key is used to authenticate the communication between these two applications. The second step involves choosing what features that I want to integrate between these two products. Let me demonstrate how this can be achieved in Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus product. Let me jump on to the Desktop Central console and ServiceDesk Plus console. So I will log in as administrator to ServiceDesk Plus product. So I go to Admin tab, and I have Configure Other ME Products. If I click on that, I have Desktop Central relevant settings. When I click on it, I have to enter the Desktop Central product server name, port number, and the protocol. So it requires API key. If I click on the question mark, it takes me to where I can create the API key from Desktop Central. So let me log into Desktop Central console. I will log in as administrator, and I have API key generation. So I will click on it, and I will see generate option here when I want to set it as the first time. Since I have already set it up, I see regenerate. So I'm going to create one here. I will copy this API key. So I have successfully created the API key in Desktop Central that I can put it in ServiceDesk Plus product. Now I will save this key. Only then it will be authenticated by ServiceDesk Plus product. Now I will jump back to ServiceDesk Plus console, and I will paste the API key. So I have entered the API key, which I created in Desktop Central, which is my first requirement. Then I will choose these two options, Enable Desktop Central menu, Enable MDM menu, so that I can have these two tabs displayed within ServiceDesk Plus product. So I can make use of other functionality of Desktop Central by enabling these two checkboxes. Now I will click on Test Connection. So it is testing the authentication with Desktop Central product. Now I have done my first part, creating API key in Desktop Central and configuring that in ServiceDesk Plus product. Now I have to create an API key in ServiceDesk Plus product and authenticate in Desktop Central. I go to Personalize, and I will click on API key generation. And I have two options, key never expires on or expires on uncertain date. So let's create one from here. So I got the API key. I will copy it and close the window. Now I will go back to Desktop Central product. I see ServiceDesk Plus settings. When I click on it, I have a certain configuration, the products to be integrated. I'm going to integrate ServiceDesk Plus on-premises version. If I want to integrate on-demand version of ServiceDesk Plus product, I will choose the appropriate option. Likewise, Asset Explorer. I have to first check the connectivity between these two products. So I will put the server name of ServiceDesk Plus product installed machine or DNS name, and the server port number and the communication protocol. Then I will paste the API key which I generated. So I have successfully created API key in both the products and replaced it. Now the second step, what features to be integrated? As I explained, I want to integrate asset data of computers and mobile devices. So asset data information will be posted to ServiceDesk Plus product. And software deployment, if I want to initiate software deployment task from ServiceDesk Plus product, I will enable this checkbox. Adding work log for remote connection. Within Desktop Central, when you initiate a remote session, we have an option to put in the work log and then the support request number associated to ServiceDesk Plus product. When you end the session, that will add the work log to ServiceDesk Plus a particular support request. And logging request from agent tray icon and alerts as ticket in ServiceDesk Plus product. So all these features can be integrated. Now I will save it. So I've got it as valid key. Now I'm done with the integration. So when you want to review it, you first create API key in both the products to authenticate and put it in both the applications, and then you will choose what features to be integrated. Let me jump back to the console. Let's see what we have got in the next slide. So far we have discussed on the architecture and how to set up the integration. It's time to get into some real-time use cases. I've got a ticket from one of the user that he has audio issue on his system. How can I handle this with the help of integration? Let me take you to the ServiceDesk Plus console. So basically, when I get the request from any end user, as an administrator, I will go to the request page, and I can see unable to hear audio. So that's a ticket which has been assigned to me. So I will click on it, and I will see who has requested and the machine name. And if I scroll down, I will see the ticket relevant information and the asset associated to that user and technician. Now, I have an option here, remotely connect using agent. This is nothing but Desktop Central's agent. So when you initiate a remote session after the integration, you will be able to use Desktop Central agent to initiate the remote session. What happens when I click on agent? The ServiceDesk Plus product will send a command to Desktop Central server. The Desktop Central server will search for this corresponding computer and use the agent to initiate the remote session. Let me click on agent. So it asks for the reason why I want to connect to the machine. So I will type so something valid, and I will click on Connect. So it is going to initiate the remote session with that computer. So I have to start the troubleshooting work. Now, I want to work on this issue. Probably, I presume that it's a problem with drivers. So I may want to update the new drivers. In order to do that, I have to log in as administrator, as a normal user doesn't have privilege to the device manager. So I have option in the left panel, Control-Alt-Delete, which will help me to switch the user as administrator. And blacken monitor, if I do something really authentic, I don't want the end users to see it, I will choose blacken monitor. As well, disable input. When you're doing some troubleshooting, I don't want the end users to interrupt by typing something in their keyboard. So I will disable the input from the end users. Also, a quick launch. So as I said, I want to connect to the device manager. I don't have to type a command from the client machine. Instead, I can launch it from the remote control tool. Device manager, control panel, even the command prompt, event viewer. Also, I have power options, like I want to log off and log in again, and reboot. So after making some changes, let's say it requires a reboot. So when I click on reboot, after the machine is rebooted, I will be still able to reconnect to the remote session, which is one of the important aspects. An admin task, if I want to do a disk cleanup, disk check, or even if I want to update the group policy on the devices, I can use these commands. And I have file transfer option. If I want to transfer files from the viewer machine to the remote machine, I can make use of this file transfer option. Likewise, I have chat. So if I want to chat with the end user, so after I'm done with the troubleshooting, I may want to get a confirmation from the end user. So I will click on chat to initiate chat with the user, and I will get the confirmation. So I can do everything from the quick panel in the left-hand side after initiating the remote session. Let's presume that I have fixed the issue. Then I will close the session from here. So it takes me back to the request. Now it's time for me to add what resolution that I have provided to this ticket. So I will go ahead and provide some resolution. Let's say it's outdated drivers. So updating drivers, fix the issue. So let's say this is the resolution that I've provided. And in fact, I have add work log. For example, who worked on this case, who is the owner, and how much time it took me to fix the issue when I started. And I can even add some description about this. So at the end, I will save this. This is going to be added to the particular ticket as resolution that I've provided. And I can go to the request. I will see other relevant ticketing information such as mode, level, technician who worked on this. Then I will go ahead and click on here to make it the result status. If I click on the history tab, I will see all the changes, all the updates, what I have done with regards to this ticket, who created it, who actioned this ticket, and then at the end, the operation is completed as result performed by the technician. So I have handled this ticket with the help of Desktop Central's remote control functionality within ServiceDesk Plus product. So this is possible only if we integrate these two applications. Let me jump back to the slides. Let's see what we have got as a next use case. I'm getting lots of help desk requests to install some common business applications. How would I handle this use case with the help of the integration, specifically from ServiceDesk Plus product? let me jump back to the console. So basically, when a requester, when an end user wants to install any application on their systems, they will go ahead and raise a request from SDP self-service portal. So they will log in and go to the request catalog. Here, the catalog is specific for software deployment, and they will click on request a software installation, and then type for a specific application. Request, let's say I want to install MS Office 2016, and why they need it, some description. I need to work with customers' data. So if I click on add request, that is going to raise a request in ServiceDesk Plus product. Now let's presume that I have requested it. So the ticket is sent to ServiceDesk Plus product. Now I go to ServiceDesk Plus application. I log in as a technician. When I click on request, I will see the particular ticket came from Bob, who is the requester of his ticket. Now I will open it, and I will see the ticket information. And I have to perform some action. If I go to click on action, I don't see an option to initiate the software deployment. In this case, the only option is I have to use some other tool, such as Desktop Central. I have to open the console in a different tab and go to Desktop Central and initiate the software deployment task. What if I have an option to initiate the deployment within ServiceDesk Plus product? In fact, I can achieve this using Service Catalog for software deployment. I will create a catalog specific to software deployment under ServiceDesk Plus product. I go to the Admin tab and Service Catalog under Help Desk Customizer, and I have catalog specific for softwares. I will click on it, and I will edit request a software installation, and I will see all the relevant settings for the ServiceDesk Plus product. But I'm concerned on something relevant to Desktop Central. Under Workflow, you have Display Install Uninstall option in Service Request Action menu. Likewise, Display Run Script option in ServiceDesk Plus Action menu. Now I'm going to save this change. This will make a lot of difference, the way I work with the ticket now. So let me go back to the request again. So I will open the ticket now. So I want to install MS Office 2016. Now if I go to Action, I see Install Uninstall Software. So this made my life easier. I click on Install Uninstall Software, and it will open up a new window where I can choose what application I want. Obviously, I want to go with the exe file. That is Microsoft Office 2016. So where I got these applications from? These applications are pre-configured in Desktop Central product. With the help of the integration, I've got all these list of applications names within ServiceDesk Plus product. So I can choose one that I want, and I will choose other parameters for the software installation to take place, and I will select the particular workstation for the deployment. So I know this was requested by Bob. I'm choosing his client computer, and I'm going to save it. So this is going to create a task. So if I could see here, Microsoft Office 2016. So I have requested for the application. So if I want to see any other information about this application, I can in fact click on the collection ID. It will take me to the Desktop Central console where I can see the current status of the ticket. For example, so the current status is executed. This command will be sent by agent to the Desktop Central server. The server will update ServiceDesk Plus server. So this is what I've got. Once it is executed, if I click on the particular collection ID, it will take me to the page in Desktop Central where I can see the particular application is installed. So I have created a software deployment task within ServiceDesk Plus product with the help of Desktop Central software deployment functionality after the integration. Let me go back to the console. Slides. Let's see our third use case, approving software packages, software applications in terms of deployment within ServiceDesk Plus product. There are some business applications which require prior approval, such as Microsoft Office, Skype for Business. So these applications cannot be installed without prior approval in certain environment. So how will I handle with the help of Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus product? In Desktop Central, we have a feature called Self-Service Portal, which automates the software installation for both freeware and commercial softwares from the agent's end. Let me show you how it is achieved. Let me jump back to the console Desktop Central product. So I go to the console. I have software deployment. In the left panel, I have Self-Service Portal. So when I click on Self-Service Portal, it shows me published software packages. I click on Computer, and I can choose the particular computers group. Then I can select certain applications, move it to the right-hand side, specific to install without approval. So these are freeware applications which are completely automated. So the end users can just install it from the self-service portal. But my concern is commercial applications which requires prior approval. Then I will select the application which are under commercial category and move it to the requires approval prior to installation section, and I will go ahead and modify that. So this will make these applications to be published to all those client machines which are in the group. In fact, I have done it to all the computers group. Let me show you how this is displayed from the agent side. If I go to any client machine, from the agent tray icon, I will launch the self-service portal. It will show me all those freeware applications along with the commercial. So if I click on install for freeware, it's going to automate everything. But my requirement is to request for commercial applications. What I will do is I will click on request from the end user side. So I need to work with Excel, and I will click on send a request. This in turn send a command to Desktop Central, and the Desktop Central will raise a request to ServiceDesk Plus product. Now I will log into ServiceDesk Plus product. Let me close this window. I go to ServiceDesk Plus product and log in as administrator. I will find out the particular request waiting for approval. As you can see, software approval request. So if I go to home page, I will see the particular request came from Bob, who is a requester for this application. And I will click on take action, and I will choose approve, and I will put in some commands, and I will save it. So once it is done, it will send the command back to Desktop Central server, and the Desktop Central server will carry out the installation on the agent machine using Desktop Central agent and update the status back to the ServiceDesk Plus server, and the ticket will be closed. So I have successfully achieved my requirement. However, in order to do this approval process within ServiceDesk Plus product, I have to make one settings in ServiceDesk Plus product. I have to create a catalog specific for self-service portal request from Desktop Central agents. I go to Admin tab. I have Service Catalog. Under Software, we have created a request for installation within self-service portal of ServiceDesk Plus product using request software installation. For getting a request from Desktop Central agent, I have to create one. So I click on Add Service, and I put in software SSP approval, some valuable name. Then I click on Save. In fact, I have created one. So I click on Software. I see the name, Software SSP Approval. Now what I will do, I will copy this name and go to Desktop Central console, and I have self-service portal settings where I will enter the particular name. So the catalog name which I provided will make the Desktop Central agent to send a request to Desktop Central, and Desktop Central will raise a request to ServiceDesk Plus product for the approval. So I have successfully achieved my requirement of approving commercial applications which need prior approval in terms of license management. From the ServiceDesk Plus product point of view, I have handled this ticket very well. Let me jump out to the console. Here is the self-service portal workflow. So normally the client computers send a request to Desktop Central server. The Desktop Central server sends a request to ServiceDesk Plus product, and the ServiceDesk Plus technician will approve it. As soon as it is approved, the information will be sent to Desktop Central, and Desktop Central will send the command to client machines to carry out the installation process. So this is the self-service portal workflow in terms of approval process. Our next use case is to keep updated information of inventory within ServiceDesk Plus product. So as a technician, I want to take care of all my assets within my network. So how Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus together can help me to achieve that. So Desktop Central agents installed in all the client machines. So all these agents has the intelligence to fetch updated asset information from all the client machines. For example, whenever a new software is installed or uninstalled, whenever a new hardware is added to the machine or removed, all these information will be fetched immediately and posted to Desktop Central server. The Desktop Central server will post the information to ServiceDesk Plus CMDB. Not only asset, also the software product keys, warranty information from the client machines. In fact, the information related to new hardwares, whenever there is a change in terms of software is installed or uninstalled, everything will be immediately posted to Desktop Central server. The Desktop Central server will update the information to ServiceDesk Plus database. How this can be captured from the Desktop Central side? So we have option to schedule the scan under inventory. I can go to scheduled scan for all the client machines on a daily basis, weekly or monthly basis. This ensures I get the updated information on a schedule basis from all the client machines. Apart from this, the agent will immediately fetch changes and send it back to the Desktop Central server. Also, I have option to scan the systems on demand from this place. And I have option to configure alerts within Desktop Central. This will help me to raise these changes as help desk requests in Desktop Central. So once all these information are posted, I can view the asset information within ServiceDesk Plus product. If I go to ServiceDesk Plus product, I can click on the assets. I have the assets which are detected. So I can see the machine information along with the model number, OS name, and the service tag information. So basically, Desktop Central agent fetches all this information and help this technician, ServiceDesk Plus technician, to weave these assets, updated inventory information within ServiceDesk Plus product. So this feature of integration will help me to see all the assets within ServiceDesk Plus asset information. So let me jump back to the console. Here it ends with our use cases. Now we will go ahead and discuss about some quick scenarios and how to handle them with the help of integration. Let's take our first scenario. I want to notify all users about the upcoming fire drill. How can I achieve this? In ServiceDesk Plus product, we have announcement feature through which I can achieve this requirement. Let me show you in our console how can I achieve this. So I go to home page. I will click on add new, and I will put the announcement title, and here I will put the comment, the announcement content. So let's say I want to go with fire drill, and there will be a fire drill at 4 p.m. And I will choose a date time for this announcement to be displayed on the agent side. And I have 3 different options like show to requester, and send this announcement as mail, and display announcement using Desktop Central. So when you enable this checkbox, it will make use of our Desktop Central agent to display this announcement to the end user. Still, I have option to show it to the requester from SSP, ServiceDesk Plus self-service portal. However, it is it is something like I have to log in as a requester to my self-service portal and see it in my home page. It's a time-consuming process. I just want this to be displayed immediately to the end user. I don't even want to send that in an email. Maybe some don't check the emails. So I want to just display whenever someone log into that machine. So I will make use of this option as my primary thing, display announcement using Desktop Central, and I click on Save. Let's presume that I have done this announcement, which I have already created one. So let me show you how this will be displayed in the agent side. So here is the status from Desktop Central agent. Fire drill announcement, whatever message I have typed in as a content will be displayed to the end user. This will be so interactive with the end user instead of going to self-service portal of ServiceDesk Plus. Let's take our next scenario. I want to get some clarification from the requester with regards to printer problem that he reported. What should I do? So we have a chat feature integrated within ServiceDesk Plus product. When I initiate chat, it will eventually use Desktop Central agent to chat with the technician. So let me show you how I can achieve this. Let me go to the particular request. For instance, I have unable to print, so I see the description who has requested. Let's assume that I want to chat with that particular user. So I have chat here. If I click on it, it is going to initiate chat with the end user. So let's assume that I'm the requester, so I can chat with a particular technician as administrator. Scenario 3, to understand the problem better, I would want the users to attach a screenshot video of the problem. How can I achieve this? So raising requests can be done from different places. Like you can raise a request from ServiceDesk Plus product SSP portal, self-service portal, or even send us an email. Also, we have an option to send ticket from Desktop Central agent tray icon. So with the help of the integration, I will be able to raise a request from the agent tray icon. In order to do that, I have to make certain settings in Desktop Central. If I go to Desktop Central console, I have admin tab and help the settings under integration section. I will have to put in certain information. Especially in this scenario, I want to attach videos or a screenshot. So this is a section that you have to enable, whether you want to attach a PNG, JPG file and save a video, send as an attachment. So once you enable this option, this will give the end user to record the issue that you are going through and send it as an attachment to the ServiceDesk Plus product. Let's presume that I have configured these settings. If I go to agent tray icon from my client computer, I have send request to help desk. If I click on that, I will choose the issue that I'm going through, and let's choose the valid one. And I have a section to check the attachment option, whether it's a screenshot or screen recording. I can choose screen recording, and once I click on start, it is going to record everything what is happening in the backend. And I can click on send request. So this will in fact raise a request to ServiceDesk Plus product. So that's it. So the request is sent. I can view that request within ServiceDesk Plus product. Scenario 4, I want to run a script to repair my AV application, antivirus, from all the network computers. Let's say I have got AV installed in all the client machines, and I've got some problems. So I have a pre-configured script that I can run to repair that AV. So how will I do that? We have option to initiate running script from ServiceDesk Plus product with the help of integration. If I go to ServiceDesk Plus console, so I have requests. I can take any request. For example, from here, if I go to action, I see run script. This will help me to choose the particular script that I have imported to Desktop Central product. And the user, workstation, domain, the target. And then I can put in the arguments for this to run and click on save. So whatever machines I have selected as target, it is going to run that script to repair that antivirus. Here it ends with our scenarios. Now let's talk about some questions, frequently asked questions relevant to ServiceDesk Plus and Desktop Central integration. Our first question, do I still need both the SDP and Desktop Central agents after the integration? Definitely not. The benefit of integration is to have only one agent. So everything will be done by Desktop Central agent in terms of asset data, remote control, Desktop Central software deployment, chat. So everything can be done with the help of Desktop Central application and Desktop Central agents. So you don't need to have both the agents anymore after the integration. I have license to manage 500 nodes in ServiceDesk Plus product. But I have purchased license to manage 1,000 computers in Desktop Central. How does the integration work in this scenario? Well, I have 1,000 computers in Desktop Central, but I have purchased only 500 nodes in ServiceDesk Plus product. So we can't send all the 1,000 machines asset information to ServiceDesk Plus product. However, if asset is your main requirement, not software deployment or patch management, other things, you can purchase tools add-on that comes with remote control, chat, all the restart option, shutdown. So all these features are integrated within tools add-on that you can purchase, which doesn't worry about how much nodes you have. It is worried about only the technician, how many technicians you purchased for the particular add-on. So you can go ahead and associate that with ServiceDesk Plus product. But if your main concern is software deployment and patch management with the help of Desktop Central, it is recommended to purchase the same number of nodes even in ServiceDesk Plus application. Do I need to generate separate API keys for all SDP technicians? It's not required. If you create a API key just for one technician, it is enough. But we have to keep in mind that this key is generated towards one particular technician. So if you remove that technician, the integration will no longer be valid between the products. So ensure you create an API key from one of the administrator accounts and put it in Desktop Central product. Can I integrate only the tools like remote control and chat instead of complete Desktop Central? Yes, you can do. As I answered before, you can purchase only tools add-on and integrate within ServiceDesk Plus product. This will give you an option to initiate a remote session, chat, even restart, all those options. So let me show you. If I go to Assets, I click on the workstations. So I have tools add-on like shutdown, restart, log system, chat system manager, and I also see remote control. So this will be coming as add-on that I can integrate within Desktop Central if I don't want any features of Desktop Central. How long it will take for the data to be posted from Desktop Central to ServiceDesk Plus product? Basically, it's going to be very immediate. Not only asset data, even the support request, if it is raised from the agent tray icon, it is going to be immediately sent over to ServiceDesk Plus product. In the middle, Desktop Central server sits and pass on the command to the ServiceDesk Plus product. When a computer is added or removed in domain, should I make changes manually, or how can this be handled by Desktop Central? So basically, in Desktop Central, we have some settings. It is going to sync with your domain for any changes. New computer is added to the machine or removed. Basically, it's going to remove that machine from the scope of management of Desktop Central, which will actually impact a ServiceDesk Plus product. I mean, you can mark that machine as disposed whenever a machine is removed from Desktop Central's scope of management page. As well as you can remove it completely from ServiceDesk Plus asset list. Let me show you how I can configure that. If I go to Desktop Central, I have Admin tab, Scope of Management section, and SOM policy, where I can configure AD sync settings when a new machine is added or deleted, make necessary action, delete inactive computers. When a machine is removed from domain, remove it from SOM. So all these changes can be done based on the sync time with your domain OUs or complete AD domain. So when a machine is removed from the SOM page based on the settings, for example, from this list, obviously you can configure another settings in Desktop Central in terms of integration. If I go to ServiceDesk Plus integration, I have option under Asset Data of Computers. So when a machine is removed from SOM page of Desktop Central, what actions to be performed on ServiceDesk Plus application? Mark that asset as a disposed, or remove that asset from completely from the ServiceDesk Plus product. So I can make these changes. So will this integration help me to patch computers from ServiceDesk Plus product? Yes, of course. If you integrate Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus product, the technician will have all the access to all the functionality of Desktop Central. So if I go to ServiceDesk Plus application, I can go to Admin tab. I can click on Technicians. I can edit any technician I want, and I will give him access by enabling this checkbox, enable to access Desktop Central and MDM plugin functionality. Once I have done that, I will have Desktop Central and MDM tabs displayed here. From here, I can initiate patch deployment tasks. Even I can go to configuration features, reports. All these things I can do from here if I give access to the particular technician. Will this integration help me to manage computers which are located in remote location? Absolutely, you can manage machines from anywhere, irrespective of where it is currently located. So all we need is the agent server communication. I mean Desktop Central agent to Desktop Central server communication. If this can be achieved, the command basically will be sent by ServiceDesk Plus product to Desktop Central. And Desktop Central, since it has a communication with the agent, it can carry out all the tasks and will update the server. So let me give this presentation to one of my technicians, Ashok Anthony Paulraj. Is going to discuss more questions from here. Ashok, please take it.
Hello everyone, thank you very much for attending this webinar. Once again, this is Ashok, and I'll be continuing from here about the questions that we got live during this webinar. So, can ServiceDesk Plus and Desktop Central be installed on the same server? Yes, it is possible to install ServiceDesk Plus and Desktop Central on the same machine. And in fact, we have a lot of customers who have these two products running on the same machine. Recommended operating system is Windows 2008 or Windows 2012 R2. How should I create API key on Desktop Central? Is there a view I can locate the previously generated API key? Well, once the API key is generated, you will not be able to see that. So you can find out the API key. This is the location where you can generate the API key. So that's under the admin integrations API key generation. And right over here, you can generate the API key. But however, whatever API key that was earlier generated will not be shown for security purpose. Does the inventory scan pull warranty expiry information for Dell hardware? Well, Desktop Central does find out the inventory, the warranty details based on the inventory scan, and that stores that information. Now, when this information is stored in Desktop Central, whenever a successful inventory scan is performed on that Dell machine, that will be automatically posted to ServiceDesk Plus. To make the long story short, if Desktop Central has the warranty information of a machine, that will be posted to ServiceDesk Plus. Do you need the enterprise version of Desktop Central in order to create a ticket from the agent? Well, posting the ticket from the agent widget, the Desktop Central agent widget does not require an enterprise version. You can very well do that in the regular professional version. Also, as you could see, when you perform the integration and when you enable different options under ServiceDesk Plus settings, whenever you choose a new option, you will also see under which edition that particular option that you selected is available. What are all the functional and operational differences between ServiceDesk Plus agent and Desktop Central agent? Well, Desktop Central, I would say Desktop Central agent is much more dynamic and capable when compared to ServiceDesk Plus agent. ServiceDesk Plus agent's only ability is to perform scans, asset scans on the machines, and every change that happens on the client machines will have to wait for the next scheduled scan. Now, when talking about Desktop Central agent, it has the dynamic ability to find out if there is any changes, and those events will be automatically posted then and there. And not only for asset scan, Desktop Central agent also has other capabilities like remote control, software deployment, patch deployment, and much more. And when you have Desktop Central and ServiceDesk Plus integrated together, there is no need of ServiceDesk Plus agent anymore on any of the client machines that you manage. Right, so with that, we discussed about all the questions that we encountered during this live webinar. About our next training series, we will be starting it by 26th October, starting from patch management all the way till 14th December. So this is the training schedule, and you also will be notified via email, and the notification will appear in the login screen of Desktop Central server. Also, when you end the webinar session, you will be getting a survey. Please take a few moments to answer the survey and rate us. So it will be helpful for us to improve our webinar series. Once again, thank you everyone for your valuable time today during this webinar. Hope it was helpful and informative. So with that, we complete the webinar. Once again, thank you everyone. You all have a great day.